Can I call on please, David? David, good morning. David, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Please kindly tell me about your experience so far in the program. How have you been
Okay.
to?
Yeah, good morning, everyone.
Good
All
morning.
right. All right. Yeah, good everyone. The participation this far has been awesome from my end. Um, Going from validating our ideas to understanding our customers to a whole lot that's been awesome. So I actually look forward to more facilitators coming in. I mean, today and subsequent sections. So yeah, it has been awesome in summary. Yeah, it has been awesome. And I also want to appreciate um like I want to also appreciate all the facilitators that have spoken this far and organizers from Founder City too. Thank you so very much. So yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. No problem at all. All right. I think we'll be starting off now. All right, everyone, again, good morning and welcome to the fifth Founder City in Idea Incubator Program. My name is Adekoya Ajola. I am the Assistant Program Coordinator. I think this is the first time some of you be seeing my face. All right. So, firstly, I want to thank everyone that have been here since the beginning of the program, that have been present and then punctual. It shows great commitment of your journey and your entrepreneurial journey as well, right? It shows how committed you are to learn from this your entrepreneurial journey you are going into, right? So I thank you and I say well done to. So last week we have Mr. Irose. He spoke on growth marketing and brand strategies. He spoke on different pillars of customers, different pillars of growth and customers acquisition. He also emphasized basically on various categories of customers. I think that was the one blessing was speaking on, and I agree with that. I agree with that. So today we have Mr. Ademola Henry. He is a distinguished entrepreneur and a brand strategy. He had his first degree in the University of Lagos. You have your alumni here, if you are from Unilag or you are still schooling or you passed out from Unilag. And then he also had his master's in South Africa, right? And he's the founder of Ogamoto. So we have him here today to give him in depth on customer acquisition and sales strategy. So welcome, Mr. Ademola. So good to have you here with us. We can't wait to hear from you the knowledge you'll be giving us today, right? So thank you, everyone, and everyone putting out your notepad, your pen, paper, and jot out what is man up to tell us today. All right. Thank you. Mr. Ademola, you have the floor now. You can speak.
Oh, okay. Good morning, everybody.
Mm.
Can everybody hear me?
Yes, we can.
Oh, okay.
Yes, we
Good
can.
morning.
Good morning. Good morning, Felix, Desola, please, David, Victor, and Diola. I think a couple other people. If I miss anybody's name, kindly forgive me in advance. Um, it's a great privilege to be here. I mean, I'm also a young founder myself. Don't see me as someone that's so old. Yes, I'm also very young, but uh, I've been able to walk the walk. I mean, a bit, and I believe I have a thing or two to share with you guys. And hopefully, um, I'm able to impart as much as I think I can. Please feel free to. One thing I want you to know about this session is it's a very open-ended session because this is we're talking about sales. I'm as much selling myself to you as you are to me. So um it's going to be very interactive and it's going to be very, very, very intensive. So please let's open our minds. I'll be sharing my screen in a minute. Um, and at the same time, uh, yeah, okay. Can everybody see my screen? Yes, I believe we can. Can everybody see my screen? Sorry.
Yes, we can.
Okay,
Yes.
just to be sure. All right. So, as much as possible, my slides contains a whole lot of theories. But you see, the most important thing about sales and customer acquisition is theories do not matter. I'm telling you this from a very, very theoretical perspective. I have an MBA, a master's in business administration, and I can tell you, in real business world, everything I learned in an MBA did not particularly apply. It's just as equal to you being in university, right? And they tell you A and B, and you get out there and you see it's C and D. But the theories still remain. At the end of the day, it circles back to the theories itself. But being out there playing in the field um, is a whole lot different. So I'm going to show you the theoretical aspect on the slides, but I'll walk you through the process with my conversation. So I'll advise if you have a pen and a jotter, because I'll be mentioning a few key things that are very, very important. And so, because I have most of them jotted down here, and because I didn't want to, make myself closed up with the theories and putting something on the slide, I decided to talk from within, and I have a lot of things jotted down. So if you're still with me, kindly signify or say something.
Yeah, with you, sir.
All right. Thank you very much. Um, so yes, my name is Demola Fajembola Henry. I am the founder of Ogamoto. Ogamoto is an automobile business that has been running since 2018, but I've been more in the game since 2017. But I founded Ogamoto in 2018 with my co-founder Ogunowo Toby and then our tech expert Dilly. So just like every other car dealer, I mean, car dealership is very sales intensive. It's not product intensive. It's not even necessarily service. It's purely sales. Purely sales. You have to close every sale. You have to close every deal for you to make money. You have to look for a client. You have to buy. You have to make them find the car they want. You pay for the car. You make your money, and that is it. So it's purely sales intensive. And having played in this space for so long, I kind of feel like I can talk a lot about sales because I don't see shady guys. I I've been through a lot in this business, and I think that while we talk, I would talk more about that. So my first slide says sales is the most important, is a single most important factor that drives businesses, and it can be further described as an act of asking the right questions in a structured manner. Now, I like to tell my story a bit. I don't know if anybody knows Cars 45 or you ever heard of them. Cars 45. Okay, yes. So they were the giants of the car business in Nigeria as at 2017, 2018. They had car lots where you have all over Nigeria where you have over 100 cars, and they will allow salespeople come in to take pictures of cars. You can generate leads, bring clients in, close a sale, you get your payment. Even at the end of the month, you get your own payment. So it was very, very sales intensive. You have to navigate going from the lots in Ikeja to Ilupeju to Lekki in a single day sometimes. And you can have like six clients coming to different lots. But I mean, you have to do it because you have to make money. I mean, we're all in this for money. But I can tell you one thing for a fact. If you have a business, even if it's a product or a service, no matter how beautiful your idea is, if you cannot close a sale, you do not have a business. Because that way you cannot generate revenue, you cannot make profit, and you cannot even have operating cost for your business. So you really do not have anything in there. That's why I said sales is the single most important factor. Your product might be great, right? But there might not be a market fit for it. Your product might be great, but you might not know how to convince um, customers or clients on the benefits of why your product is very great, why they should get your product. So why is sales very important? Because that's the only way you can communicate your value to your clients or to your prospective customers and make them pay for you. So is sales is what changes value to money and in turn generates revenue for you and your profits, which you can use to run your business. And they say liquidity is business. I don't know if anybody has heard that statement before. Business is liquidity. Has anybody heard that statement before? Is anybody there? You can signify with a thumbs up or anything. Okay, yes. Liquidity is business. This is the pure statement of the amount of cash you have at hand is relative to the amount of functionalities you can make your business do. That's the only way your business can scale up. That's the only way you can have proper partnerships. That's the only way you can what do I call it? That's the only way you can purchase more. You can spread your wings, try different new territories, have investments. But if your business is not liquid, meaning you don't have cash in your business, why exactly are you doing business if you're not liquid enough? So sales is very important because that's the only way you become liquid. And also, if you don't know how to ask the right questions, you cannot close a sale. So that's what made me have these two key points here. Sales is very important as it drives businesses, and asking the right questions is sales. That is what sales is. Sales is not closing a sale. Sales is asking the right questions. I'll come back to address what I just said properly. Now, customer acquisition is creative, effective awareness of your product or service, and converting your awareness to leads, right? Getting prospects, and in turn, you generate sales, which then generates revenue. So, pretty much we're moving into sales strategies. All right. Um, Sales strategies, yeah, plans and approaches used by business to sell its products or service effectively. They involve various tactics to attract potential customers, convert them into buyers, and retain them for future sales. Now, I need 5 people up here. I think I know. Let me see those that are up on this call. I just have a quick task for people up on this call. Um, okay, so Felix, great. Are you there? Kindly identify yourself. Say something if you can hear me.
Yes, sir. I can hear you, sir. I can hear you,
All
sir.
right. So I'm picking my 5 now. Peace David, Blessing Patrick, Olive Channels, and who else? Who else? Who else? Oluwakemi, Olugbemi, Oluwagbemi, if I'm correct. Sorry, are the 5 of you yet?
Yes, we are. I'm
Yes,
here.
sir. Yeah.
Okay, now
Yeah.
I want Felix right now to sell a pen to me. While Felix is busy selling his pen, I want every other person prepared to sell a pen to me. Like normal biro, sell a biro to me. Anybody willing to go first if it's not Felix yet?
Sorry, sir. Can you come again? I didn't get that. Good morning.
Okay. Can everybody hear me correctly?
Yes, we
Yes,
can.
sir. We
Yes,
can
we
hear you,
can.
sir. We can hear you.
Now I want the 5 people I selected to sell a pen to me. Biro. Whoever is willing to go first. You're all going to pitch sales your sales to me in 30 seconds. 30 seconds to sell a pen to me. I want to know if you've been following all along. So yes, who is willing to go first?
Sir, can you please come again? I didn't get the question. Sell a
A
pen.
biro to
Train.
me. Sell a biro to
Sell
me.
a pen in 30 seconds. Okay, let me go
Um,
first.
Sorry, is it
Okay.
round to me?
Whoever is willing to go first, just raise your hand. So I would say we could go first. I can see Yanulu has hands up. Sorry, do you have something to say? Okay, Olive, you can go ahead then. I think your hands are up.
All right. Hey, Oga, good afternoon, good morning, good afternoon. How you dey now? How market? How your pikin? You see this pen wey I hold so. Imagine say you dey buy pen every 2 days for your pikin. Your pikin go come and go tell you say, "Mommy, my pen don finish oh." Pen wey I buy yesterday, wetin do am? But you see this one wey I dey hold, till your pikin go finish primary school you go still dey use dis pen. Dis pen wey you dey see na im Obasanjo use, na im Tinubu dey use, na im all dis big big pipu na im dem use oh. Yes, na im dem use. So I want make your pikin use am too. If your pikin
Time
use
up.
dis
Time
pen,
up. Time up. Thank you. All right. Who is going next? Thank you, Olive. I really appreciate it. Next person. Who's next?
Let me go next.
Okay, blessing.
All right. I know that you are the founder of Algomoto, and there are times that you need to write stuff down. So I have a pen that could do what you want. That's all.
Okay, yeah. Next person.
ladies and gentlemen, introducing to this pen, pen of success. You use this pen in school and for education activities. You get good grade in school. So what are you waiting for? Get this pen now.
Okay.
Good
Yeah.
morning, sir. My name is Victor. I'd like to introduce a product to you. This is a pen, and this pen is a refillable pen. I know as a CEO of the banking firm, I know you how much writing means to you and all that. So, and it will be very bad maybe in a meeting, on the course of the meeting, you have your pen ink just finished. Some this is a pen that you can refill at any time you want to use it, and refilling it is that easy. It's something I can show you the process. You can go about it, and I
Time
know
up.
this will be
Time up.
better.
Thank you. Time up. Thank you. I think do we have one more person? Olive, your hand is still up. You want to continue selling?
Okay. As a business owner or um, a worker or whatever, everybody needs to pay.
I can't really hear you, Lou. I can.
Can you hear me now?
It's quite low, but can you come up again?
Okay, is it better now?
Yes. Yes, it's way better now.
Okay, as a business owner, a market person, anybody that you are, as a student, everybody needs a pen. Pen can come in handy in case of emergencies. You might be stuck at somewhere, you need to write a check, or you are at the bank, you don't have a pen. Having this pen is actually very affordable and very pocket friendly. You can carry it anywhere you go. It doesn't spill, it doesn't stain. It gives you a very smooth writing, and it's perfect for you. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you. I think that's everybody apart from Peace David. Uh, Peace David, are you there? Yeah.
Yes, I'm here, sir.
Okay. Yeah. So sell a pen to me.
Sorry, I can't really hear you well, sir.
Ah. Can you sell a biro to me in 30 seconds? Sell a pen to me in 30 seconds.
Okay, okay, all right. Let's just start. Okay, I'm selling a pen, and okay, let me give an instance of. Okay, can I ask what you do for, sir? Are you a corporate person, or can I ask what you do, sir?
I'm a corporate person.
Okay, you're a corporate person. Okay.
Okay.
What do you like when you want to say when you want to sign checks, when you want to sign contract letters and all of that? It is one of the to measure your professionalism. Sometimes it's sometimes measured like through the nature of is will I say the pen that you use sometimes, like whether black pen or let's say simple pen. I don't know. I don't know. I'm kind of not comfort at the moment.
Okay.
Ah,
All right. All right. Okay. If that's fine. That's fine. A round of
I'm
applause to everybody that actually did try to sell a pen to me. Hmm. First thing I would say is, can everybody hear me?
Yes.
Okay. First thing I would say is, was everybody actually listening to me from the beginning? I mentioned one very important thing about sales, and I'm going back to that slide now. Sales can be further described as an act of asking right questions in a structured manner. Now, with that one line there, out of everybody that sold the pen to me, who actually was the proper salesperson there?
The last person.
The last person. Any other person agreeing to that?
Yes, and I think Olive also.
Did Olive ask any questions? No. Okay, so now what every other person did, apart from peace, kindly follow through, was advertise. You only advertised a pen to me. You did not necessarily sell a pen to me. You didn't make me follow through. You didn't get to my emotions. You didn't get to my core. Like I said, now let me ask you, just the same way peace did. The first thing to ask is, oh, you're in the market for a pen. What kind of pens do you use before? Oh, okay. What are you willing to spend on a pen? Oh, I have this kind of pen for you. That's when you advertise. That's when you begin to communicate value. You cannot start from the beginning by just, yeah, 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 yeah. This is a pen. This pen is yeah, this, that. It seems more like you are desperate at that point. And sales a is a very, very emotional connection to the cause of your client. Now, let me give you an example. When I want to sell a car, okay, I think about 2 months ago, I have a sales team, but about 2 months ago, I had a friend that I've not seen in like 10 years. And he's like, wow, you're really doing this and all of that. Like, oh, he's been in the car in the market. I met him at the gym. He's been in the market for a car for about 2 weeks now, and he needs a kind of like, oh, Demola, I need you to do this for me. I was like, okay. Should I hand you over to my sales team? I was like, no, 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 no. You're the one person I trust. And I was like, okay, fine, no problem. Then we started conversation. I didn't go about sending him 90 billion cars because I mean, I could just send him a Rolls Royce and say, this is what you should drive. What do I start with? Questions. What do you need? Oh, okay. Oh, you want to move from an SUV, you want to transition from a sedan to an SUV. Oh, okay, sure. Which brands do you have in mind? Oh, okay. Oh, fine. You have a Lexus in mind, you have a Toyota in mind, you want a Hyundai or this. Oh, okay. What's your budget? Oh, wow. With your budget of 10 million naira, or I think maybe this particular range, these models would work for you. I can tell you by the time I had this conversation with him in the first 3 days, we didn't get a car till the next 2 months that will fit all his description. But you know one thing, he didn't go look for a car somewhere else. Other people were advertising different cars to him. This car is great, this is that. But the fact that I had walked him through the process and I could get to his core, he understood like only Demola can get me the car I want. He understands what I need. He knows my budget. He knows what I want. He knows my desires. This is the same person that I want to get my car. I can tell you for a fact, when he was willing to get the car, he had a budget of X amount. When I wanted to get the car, and I told him this is the perfect fit for what you needed. He added from nowhere, he got 2 million extra to add for the same car. I didn't have to start beating him up like, oh, okay, no, try and beat up your budget. Oh no. Because one, I had walked him through the process. I had spoken to him. I understood his pain points. I understood what he needed. I understood this, and that. But nevertheless, I was available. I was very proactive. Don't get me wrong. In the 2 months, I was trying to find the perfect fit for your customer. That is the only way your customer can stay in tune. Now, should I tell you one single fact from it? After we got this car for this guy, he has referred 3 more people to buy cars from me. Why? Just because I could ask the right questions. He did not have to deal necessarily with my integrity because we had not seen for the last 10 years. He did not know how great I was in business or anything. So you don't necessarily need to have the best personality. You don't necessarily have to be the best person with the best words or even the product. Not even the sorry, Precious, your hands are up. I think you want to say something. Sorry about that.
Not at all.
Um,
That's a mistake from the phone.
oh, okay. All right then. You don't need to have the best product. You do not necessarily need to have the best service, but you communicating it in a very emotional way where you ask the right questions, you can in turn cajole your clients to buy your product or service. That's why I said the theoretical part of lead generation, lead qualification. Yeah, these are the theories of sorry, uh okay, lead generation, lead qualification, and all of this. These are the theories of everything, and you actually need this. Very, very, very important. Extremely. In fact, I'll come back to touch all these things, but I'm trying to make you understand what it actually means to close a sale, because I have worked in the sales market for 8 years. It is crazy out here. If you do not know how to talk to a client, you don't know how to walk a client through a process, I can bet you all you're going to do is you pay so much money for advertisement, you will do billboards, you will do all of this, and you will not make any sale. I'm currently consulting with one of the crypto giants in Nigeria, and I got in last year, started working with them. And when I got in, this is also a case study, personal case study. When I got in, I had absolutely no idea about crypto, how the space works, their prospective clients, their this or that, you know. But one thing I knew is I'm a great salesman. When I got in, trying to give you figures, right? They were doing about 50,000 to 100,000 US dollars monthly, right? In revenue, by the way, in revenue. And in 3 months, it's tripled to about 300,000 US dollars. I can tell you for a fact with proper data, as at today, 31st of August this year, we've done over $8 million in sales. $8 million. And you will just think of how that's not even triple. That's like probably 1000x the sales from last year, July, till this year, August. That's how important sales is. The moment you can walk the walk, you can take your clients through the process, you can sell anything. Now, I need to make you understand that sales starts from you as a person. Your personality is what sells you. You know, every single day you sell yourself. The 5 people I spoke to, that I told to sell a pen to me, I already have a perspective about them, a perception about them rather, just by the one single aspect of them selling something to me. Your approach, your manner of tone, um, your how vast you sound. These are the things that actually make sales very, very effective. I'm telling you this because I'm coming from a place of closing very little sales. In fact, I'm telling you for a fact, 2018, when I started selling cars, the whole year, I think I was very good. I sold a lot of cars. 2019, I sold only one car in 365 days. One whole year. In fact, my profit that year was 7,500. Very funny. And trust me, I was doing everything. I believed I was doing everything right. I was walking clients through the process. I was doing everything. But I think there was something I was not doing right. And I'll come back to that. Fast forward to 2020, I sold cars so much that I was going in and out of Lagos like 3 or 4 times a day. I'm telling you that for a fact. I made shit ton of money. Why? Because the old process of 2019 of not necessarily getting the instant gratification, I was learning how to develop into a proper salesperson. Now, let me tell you, 2020, I sold cars to just one single individual about, if I'm not exaggerating, about 35 to 40 cars in a 1 year. And you know the funniest thing, in 2019, this same person reached out to me that I wanted to buy a car. And I walked the person through the process of, oh, I need this car. Oh, this. The person came all the way from Ibadan, came to Lagos. When he got to Lagos to search for the car I'd provided for him did not necessarily fit what he wanted. But because I had gotten to his call, like, oh, I'll wait. He lodged in an hotel the whole night that the next morning he still wanted to see if the car was going to start. That car did not start. Long story short, he did not get that car from me. 2020, just because of that single reason where he felt like I had put in a whole lot of effort and I was able to connect with him. He was able to buy 35 cars from me in 1 year. 35 cars. Don't worry, he's not a money launderer. He had an agricultural firm, so he was buying series of cars from tractors to staff buses to cars to everything. And I was the one person, only one person he could call every single time because I'm the one person that will get him. So one successfully closed deal can turn out to 999 million closed deals just because you know how to ask the right questions. Now, how do you go about asking the right questions? Different people have different needs, different wants. Do you understand? Now, you meet a person, for example, this person wants a sedan, this one wants an SUV. You need to understand that your approach of the conversation is dependent on the person. So that's why I said you must learn how to communicate to each individual differently and ask the right questions. Oh, you want a sedan? Oh, you have a budget of 3 million. Then you begin to create a sense of urgency. Do you know Nigeria is going bad right now? If you don't get this car now, I think you might, in the next 3 months, if you think you want to save up more money, you might pay 4 million naira. I was like, oh wow, that's true. This person is missing out. And I think this is a very great offer. This is a very great car. That was what I did with the guy that wanted to get the Lexus. I told him this car fits exactly everything you've needed. And if you could find 2 million naira extra, this car will fit. It was like, okay, he felt like he was going to miss out on the car at that point in time. He felt like he was going to miss out on all the work he has done since 2 months ago. And he got 2 million naira extra from nowhere. This is somebody that had been saying he does not have 500 extra to add on the car. But when he felt like he was going to miss out on something great, he provided 2 million naira extra. So you need to know how to ask the right questions, create a sense of urgency, make them feel they are going to miss out on a very good deal because you've asked the right questions. You know how to target their needs. Do you understand? Then you can communicate your value effectively. Then these things will allow them make a decision in quick time. That's why I'm not trying to. You see, these sales I'm talking about now I'm talking about it in a general perspective. I'm not trying to limit it to um a particular product because I think I've gone through the profiles of everybody here. There are different products here, and if I want to start talking about one product after another, then I think we'll probably not be able to talk on the whole idea of sales itself. Sales is just asking the right questions. I'm telling you for a fact, I have been here for 8 years, for 8 good years, solid years. And if you cannot ask the right questions, you cannot close a sale. Now, you asking the right questions does not necessarily mean you have to do it in person, physically. I mean, some of you all run businesses that you run from your houses and stuff. It could be the way you put out your content, structured content, right? How do you put your content out? You're putting your imagine you're trying to advertise. Say, let me look at the people that we have up here. I want to see somebody's who I can talk about. Okay, I think uh just a minute. All right. I want to take for example Tioluwani. She's the founder of Waraja. It's an e-commerce platform that prioritizes globalization of Nigerian made goods and brands through a user-friendly e-commerce platform. Now, what does she do here? She is more like an Amazon, if I'm not wrong, right? But for Nigerian made goods and brands. Now, what am I even trying to drive at here? communicating this product. Amazon is not necessarily in the sales line anymore. It's a distribution company, so it's more of a service rather than a product, right? But Amazon has been able to communicate its effectiveness over the years, right? Because when you get to Amazon, the algorithm over there, when you see the search bar and you click on some things, it automatically shows you things that you can buy. You can even select your budget range. Do you understand? You can select variety and all those things. Those simple things that you're looking at there is asking the right questions. So when you're crafting your website or your Instagram page or whatever you are crafting, or even if it's your WhatsApp polls or your distance, structure it in a way that is asking the right questions that leads you to directing your clients to get what they want. That's the only way you can close a sale. If you cannot ask the right questions, there's no point being here. Now, let's go back to the topic of today. Just a minute. So now I said there are different types of sales strategies that I put here. Solution selling, understanding needs, focusing on identifying and addressing the specific needs of the customers. What does that relate to? Asking the right questions. Tailored solutions, offering customized solutions rather than generic products. What does that mean? Once you've asked the right questions, you can now begin to communicate value. Consultative selling, advisor role, acting as an advisor to a customer rather than a salesperson. What does this still do? It's still questions. Because if you don't ask the right questions, how do you want to advise me if I don't tell you my problems? You see that everything still relates to sales. Value proposition, emphasizing the value and benefits of your products. How do you emphasize the value and benefit of your products if you do not know what I need? You cannot just walk up to somebody on the road. I mean, sometimes you go to Ikeja City Mall and you just see somebody come up to you and say, come and buy land. We currently have land somewhere. I'll just look at you, I'll just waste your time. I'll collect your number, I'll indulge you in the conversation, and I'll walk away. Why? Do you even know what is going through my mind? Can you play on my emotions at that point in time? No. But if you can ask the right questions, oh, sorry, are you having a good day? Is this a good time to talk? Or do you oppose to having a conversation right now? It makes me feel comfortable already, like, oh, this person is willing to listen to me. Then okay, I can listen to what this person is saying. Oh, okay. Um, I don't know what kind of business you do, but do you know that owning a piece of earth right now is the biggest investment you can ever do? Rather than forex, like, oh, I've heard these stories before. I'm like, oh yes. That's why even over here in my real estate company, for example, you as a student or as a low income earner, you can start paying for a landed property with 8,000 naira. I mean, I have spare 8,000 naira. Like, okay, it makes sense that you just showing me a flyer that is showing 15 million naira. You're telling me I can split my payments in 6 months. Where do I want to find 15 million naira in 6 months in this Tinubu economy? That one way, you're not attacking me in the places I need to listen. I need to listen to you. So you have to bring them down from their eyes to their core. People buy, you know, let me give an example. CCTV. I want someone to answer this question. If you're selling a CCTV camera, what are you selling?
Security.
You're selling security. But I think you're selling love. Because if you love yourself enough, you want to provide security for yourself. Okay. People that buy the Mona Lisa painting, why do you think they buy it? Anybody? Anybody? Mona Lisa paints, all these very expensive paints. Why do you think they buy it? Odeshola, you want to say something?
Yeah, I think some people like the feeling of having something nobody has, or like unique. Maybe they're art creator, but they just like having
Yeah,
unique.
what is what
It's like
what
a
you're selling?
status signifier.
Good.
They are
Pride. You're
buying
selling
maybe
pride.
exclusivity. So
Exactly. Yes,
yeah,
exactly. Pride, exclusivity. Something nobody has. That's why I think if you check this fact, you'll be surprised. The most expensive house in the world has the most expensive painting in the world, and the painting is more expensive than the house. The most expensive house in the world in it has the most expensive painting. And the painting itself is more expensive than the house, just for the sake of pride. So people buy, you have to communicate not your product, but the emotion. You're selling CCTV, oh, you're selling love. You're creating a sense of security for your loved ones. Meaning if anything goes missing, you to your in your salon or your store somewhere, you're creating love. Oh, if anything goes missing in our store, our CCTV cameras can provide you a good perspective of whoever picked up whatever you have. They feel love, they feel like, oh, okay, I'm under 247 surveillance over here. I mean, sometimes you go to some hotels and you're like, "Ah, they don't even have CCTV camera. What if something goes wrong?" The security you're selling, but at the end of the day, you love yourself enough. That's the emotion you're feeling. Security is not an emotion. Love is the feeling there. You love yourself enough to stay in an hotel that has good security so that you can feel safe. Do you understand? Painting, pride. Everybody loves the goof. Why do you drive a Lamborghini? Why do you do this? Oh, so you can feel exclusive. Why did Davido buy the Maybach one of 200 and he bought the very first one? Exclusivity. And I mean, in turn, all these things that are very expensive are monuments, they are investments, assets, if as the case may be. They are sold in. Okay, but let's even bring it to a Nigerian term. I don't know if you're on Instagram, you'd have probably seen this advert of this guy. This advert has been coming up on my timeline a lot, from Kenix Gadget Store. This guy sells this Apple AirPods clone, right? That can do everything Apple can do, but for at a cheaper price. I don't know if anybody has seen that ad. If you have, kindly let me know. I want to. Has anybody seen that ad? Kenix Gadget Store. They sell this Apple AirPods Pro 2. Um, it can do everything: transparency, noise cancellation, everything. Has anybody seen that ad? I guess not. Now, let me just tell you that a normal AirPods Pro 3 is about, or 2 rather, is about 260,000 naira. Now you're telling me I can get everything that I will get in 260,000 naira for 45k. The feeling you're selling to me, the emotion you're selling to me is what? Anybody can tell me the emotions that you're selling there. I'll call names, though. This one, everybody is just going mute on me. Call names, though. Adeshewa, Adeyefa, if you're following through, what emotions are you selling to me? Is anybody there? Is my network bad? Holy, okay.
Okay. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you clearly.
Hello.
What emotions are you telling to me by getting the
Okay,
same
I
thing I'll
think
get for 290,000 for 45k?
I think I'm selling the emotion that you do not have to be rich before you get the things the rich people get. So you can, with the little you have, you can enjoy life. That's what I see
Okay,
to
and
it.
what's that emotion called?
Um, I don't know how to put it.
Yeah.
Can I say something?
Okay. Okay. Yes.
Okay, what a relief.
Sorry.
Relief. Like,
Good. Thank you. Thank you. Financial relief. Meaning you're taking the burden of an extra 250,000 naira off me. Meaning I can use my money to do something else. You're relieving me of a whole lot of things. So that's how sales works. That's how sales works. But what does Kenix do? He has walked me through the process of, instead of getting 290k, yeah, I think that's a problem. Not everybody can afford that. How about you get the same things for 45k? Now, relief has come into play. I'm beginning to save money. I'll get the same value. All right, then. I think I'm going to order this thing up. I did a little survey and saw how many orders that particular ad has gotten. Ouch. That guy has made shit ton of money. He has made a whole lot of money. And he didn't even have to know me personally. That's why I said, even in the content you put out, it must be very structured in a way that it is asking the right questions and targeting the right emotions, irrespective of your product or service. So don't come and start, da, 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 da. This is a barrel. This barrel will solve all your problems. This barrel will do this and that. I mean, I could just go to a pastor and tell the pastor to pray on my barrel and to solve all my problems now. The same barrel I have before. And that's just the honorable fact. So now, yes, inbound sales, back on the slide, lead nurturing, using content and interactions to guide prospects. That is what I said, asking the right question, right? And tailoring it perfectly towards reaching the end goal. Then personalized engagements. I think my time is becoming fast spent. I'm already enjoying talking about sales too much. Personalized engagements, engaging with leads based on their behavior and stages and stage in the sales funnel. Customer relationship management. Okay, yes. Now, after you close a sale, very important. After you've asked questions, like I mentioned with the guy that bought Lexus from me, I did mention that after I had bought the car, 3 other people have come to buy cars from me via this guy. Why? Because I've been able to communicate a whole lot of things properly to him. This guy gets me. You get you what you want. You might spend extra, but he'll get you what you want. Now, I've kept him in the loop. Referrals will begin to come from there, right? Customer acquisition has immediately occurred, right? And at the same time, I'm beginning to keep the relationship. Now, you must always have a closing technique. You must always have a closing technique. When you're closing a sale, open up a conversation for another sale. Open up a conversation for another sale. Oh, kindly know that when you want to sell this car, I would be here to buy this car from you and give you another one. The person feels like, okay, good. We'll be able to swap this car. I don't need to spend too much. I mean, you're the same person that got this car from me before. You can do the same thing again. I don't want to talk about any particular product right now. Okay, or let's see. Let me look at somebody's product. Let's try and see how we can work on somebody's product. Yeah. You know what? Blessing. Let's work on your product. What do you do? Tell me what you do. Let's work on the sales. Let's work on a proper sales technique for your product right now. Sorry, I'm only engaging the people that have been engaging me. I mean, it's an open ground. Everybody can talk. Well, Blessing, I'm with you.
Okay, I'm a tech person. So my
Okay,
product
what
is,
do you do?
yeah,
You know
my
what?
product,
Blessing, sell yourself to me in 5 minutes. In 1 minute.
my name is Blessing Patrick. I'm a front-end developer. I can,
Okay.
I'm sure that your sorry, I'm freaking out. Okay, so
Okay, calm down.
I
Calm
know
down.
that.
Try and understand what you are. Okay? Understand what you stand for, right? Then communicate it to me properly.
Okay,
Communicate
okay,
yourself to me properly. It doesn't necessarily mean you have to ask me questions. Okay? Like I said on Amazon doesn't necessarily ask you questions. Everything is structured there. You see it. So open yourself up to me to be able to see necessary things in you that I need to ask. Do you understand what I'm saying?
yes.
So be very,
Okay,
very calm. Now stop. Tell yourself to me.
okay. My name is Blessing Patrick. I'm a front-end
Okay?
developer. I bring
Okay?
ideas to life, and I make sure
Sweet.
that I. Do you want to say something?
Sweet. You said you bring ideas to life. Sweet.
Yes, I bring ideas to life, and I can push. Oh my god!
You're still freaking out. Okay. Let me see. Do we have another person try? Okay, no. Okay. No problem. Let's go back to what you do then. You said you're a front-end developer. Okay, let's talk about so we can think about we can sell you your what you do, your service, because the service you're offering.
Yes, you were actually asking for my product. So, like, what do I? What in particular do you want me to say now?
Uh, what do you do? You said you're a front-end developer, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, and that's a service because it's not a product, it's not rice, it's not beans you're selling, right?
Yes,
So it's a
yes,
service. You offer services to corporate bodies or individuals that probably want to build an app or a website, if I'm not wrong.
Yes.
So how do you currently find clients? How do you get clients? How do you convert clients?
What I do at the moment is trying to create an online
I think
presence.
you should be one person that should be really good at sales. I mean, you create user personas, right? You do the wireframing and all of that. So yes, let me hear what you've got up there.
Okay, so I'm actually leveraging on online presence. I'm creating an online presence, leveraging on LinkedIn, Twitter, and trying to get my other clients to come back. At the
Okay.
moment, I'm trying to try out Fiverr, freelance platforms like Fiverr, and build up my portfolio to see that when you check it out, it's you would like to do business with me.
Okay. So how do you sell yourself? I'm still waiting.
So, I, I, I mean, on social media platforms, I invest on my bio actually, and okay.
Okay. Okay. Any other person wants to try? I want to work on somebody's profile right now. I think Blessing is really overwhelmed right now. Anybody wants to sell? Let's work on a sales technique, sales funnel for you right now. The floor is open to anybody, so raise up your hand if you're ready to go. And you're sure that you can sell yourself to me. Peace, let's go.
All right. All right, I'll try. I will not be able to sell myself to you as yeah, as you really want, but I'll try.
Yeah,
All right, can you hear me, sir?
clearly. I think you're the founder. I trust
All right,
them.
sir. Yeah, exactly, sir. So I'm Peter
And
Xaya. So and yeah, I'm a creative director at Trust them. So what I do basically is marketing and
sorry, are
marketing
you using
brand.
AirPods or something? Your voice is quite muddled up. If you can like go off AirPods, I would appreciate.
Okay. All right, so I'm out of airports now. Can you hear me now?
Clearly.
All right, sir. So I'm into marketing of brands and basically in terms of exposing brands into their targeted audience. That's
Oh,
basically
good.
what
Nice.
I yeah.
Okay. So why should I buy into what any of the things you do?
Okay,
Communicate your
okay,
value. What's your
okay.
what's your unique value proposition?
Okay. One of my unique value proposition is in terms. Jesus Christ, I have all of this put on my head already before now. I don't know.
All
Okay.
right, let's look at another person until I see someone that can sell themselves to me. Who else wants to try? Olive, I think you're raising your hands. Let's go.
All right, good afternoon. Thank you so much for this opportunity. I am Khadija Salaudin, the CEO of Olifield Edu Services. So imagine going to an environment or a community where you ask a child, how are you? And the next thing you hear is, my name is. So in my community is as bad as that. So as someone coming from Lagos State, I relocated after COVID-19 to Oyo State in Okeo and realized the majority of the students have difficulty speaking in English language. You know, they can't communicate fluently in English. And as a passionate phonics and diction teacher, what I did was to go to schools to introduce Jolly Phonics and the need to speak the English language in the school. So our major problem we are having currently is that because of the population in the schools, we are unable to make use of our teaching aid. And currently, I want to have my own school where I can have direct access to these children. And we are looking for investors to invest in our business because we believe in this community there is need for a standard school where literacy would be their topmost priority and other learning skills like mathematics, critical thinking, and all of that. So we are looking for investors who would,
This is
you know,
so this is a
invest in our
business. This is
business.
a business. So now that is a business pitch rather than a sales pitch.
Okay.
But well said, well said, well said, well said. But I think I enjoyed you. You were very captivating from the beginning. Why? You walked me through the process of the problem you're solving, right? How you've gone about solving the problem. You've communicated your value immediately. Now, let me tell you guys something. You have a 15-second time frame. I always say this in every sales pitch. You have a 15-second time frame to buy 15 minutes to sell yourself, to sell your product. So how you start
Okay.
off in 15 seconds. Let me tell you, I don't know if you know this guy, Olushola. I can bet you guys know the Olushola on Instagram.
Okay. Olushola.
Yeah.
What does he do?
Olushola and I are very, very,
Later.
very
You know him.
close. Yes. And I've been watching him on IG. I was like, oh, the day I meet this guy, I'm definitely going to blow him away. He mentioned the 15-second time frame. So when I saw him, I'm telling you how I told myself to him, I was like, oh, great. I saw your book. I saw your new book. No, is what do I call it? What is new course online? I was like, oh, great. I need you to sell your course to me. He burst he burst into laughter. Imagine trying to get someone's attention so bad, and I'm telling you to sell yourself to me immediately. It was like, who are you? You asked for 15 seconds of my time, and now you're trying to sell myself to you. Then it started this. Then I said, okay, you know what? I can sell your course to 20 other people. Then he was interested. In 15 seconds, we scheduled a physical meeting already in 15 seconds. I did not even necessarily have to say my name. What did I communicate immediately? I listened to him. I listened to his problem, which is trying to sell the product, right? And which is trying to sell his course. And
Daniel.
immediately I communicated in. Hello, sorry. Oh, okay. Immediately I listened to his problem, which is trying to sell the course. Immediately, I told him a value I could give him. I think I could sell to 20 people in the next 1 month. I can tell you for a fact, I didn't even have to end up selling any course to anybody. But what I needed was that immediate network, that immediate 15 seconds time frame to schedule. I didn't even schedule another 15 minutes to talk. Oh. I scheduled a physical meeting. Come over to my house. Let's sit down and talk. You know the possibilities of what can come up from that conversation, right? I don't want to go too much into details. So that's why I said sales is first starts from you. You need to have a unique value proposition. Now, your product doesn't necessarily need to make sense to your product makes sense to you, but it doesn't need to make sense to the public until you can communicate it effectively. Because you sell moi moi and you feel your moi moi is the best, does not mean everybody that tastes your moi moi will like it. Product likeness in the market is relative. What applies to me is different. But if you can sell emotions properly, oh, you know when you come back from work every this thing, work is always very stressful. And I mean, what takes the stress off you more than moi moi that is ready for you to eat? Not necessarily having to wash the beans, doing this and that, and it's very, very much affordable. Yeah, it's the same moi moi you're selling, no? It's the same moi moi you're selling, but you're communicating in another way by you just feel like, that's true. You take relief off me, and this moi moi would taste great. Even if your moi moi doesn't taste great, till they taste another one that is better, they will keep buying from you because what they are buying is relief, not your moi moi. So every single time they crave moi moi, it is your moi moi they want because you are relieving them of stress. Then maybe at that point in time, you now need to work on your product itself to make sure it's always top notch. Do you understand? So sales is too simple. Ask the right questions, target it, and communicate your value. Sell emotions. People buy with emotions. I buy things with emotions. I personally, I buy things with emotions. The cars I drive, I buy with emotions. Yes, the economy is not as much as I'll drive a Mercedes Benz, I'll drive a BMW and all of that. With what the current fuel is saying, buying at 1,000 naira per liter, when I know if I just zoom off once, like 20K, 30K fuel is gone. Imagine spending 300, 400K on fuel in a month. when I know I can get the same value, I mean, and somebody can communicate the value of why I can get a car that would not consume as much for, because I know I need the financial relief to be able to do other things. That point, you can easily make me go from driving a Mercedes Benz to a Honda. Why? Because you've communicated relief. So it's relief when I'm driving the Honda. I'm driving relief. I'm not driving poise again at that point. You can usually change it from the pride of driving Mercedes Benz to driving a Honda, to the relief of driving a Honda. You communicate value, you solve the problem. You must always solve a problem. The way it is so important for you to solve problems for every client is just it. The same way I said, Olushola told me this is his problem, and I told him how I can solve the problem. We didn't even end up having to solve any problem or anything. But what I needed from that conversation, I got it by just selling myself. Selling myself. So yes, that is by the way. I know we've been dwelling a whole lot on sales, and I really don't want to do too much with the slides. Yes, please, all these things on the slide are very important. Lead generation, meaning when you do ads online and all of that, you check your lead qualification, check the demographics. Oh, you cannot be saying you're selling roller skates, then you're seeing an 80-year-old pop on, click on your ad. You definitely know that's not even a good conversation in the first place. I mean, why is an 80-year-old? Okay, maybe only if they want to buy it for their child. But if your ad is good enough, they'll probably go all the way in, then enter your DMs. Oh, I want to get one for my child. Then you start asking the questions. Oh, how old is your child? Blah, 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 blah. Prospect outreach. Meaning when you look at demographics and you see, oh, certain people this clicked on your ad, you create automated messages that would get to these people, make calls. Oh, okay, then you now start your questions, need analysis, understand what their pain is, what their needs are, then you communicate it. Then you have your sales speech. Your sales speech is where you communicate value. Then as a salesperson, you must be very good at storytelling. You must know how to tell stories. Of how I think one of the things I've been doing here since morning is just telling stories, if anybody can agree. I've just been telling stories of how I sold ABC. I've sold over 300 cars. I imagine I start telling stories of how I sold each car. If I even tell you how I sold my first car, my sister, you people will laugh. You people will laugh a lot. How I sold my first car. But I mean, all came from the salesy part of me, then handling objections. So sometimes, yes, your client can say you are too pricey. But if you can communicate emotions and value, like I said, the guy that wanted to get the Lexus, the story I spoke about, he had objections of he only had X amount of money to spend. But when I could handle the objections properly and touch him at his pain point of getting him the best car, regardless of whatever anybody has been advertising to him, it could provide cough out 2 million naira to buy something more expensive. Now, closing the sale, urgency close was when I said I created an avenue of making it seem very urgent. He was going to miss out on a very good deal that I'll be looking out for 2 months if he doesn't buy the car now and create that money. So yes, it closed up. Then following up, warming your cold calls. I don't know if you know what it means by warming your cold calls. When you warm your cold calls is you have a person, you have a client. Once in a while, maybe it is through email marketing, through WhatsApp DCs. Oh, we appreciate you, we cherish you. Thanks for the last time. Oh, are you open to having conversations on what your next blah 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 blah? In case you're selling a service, you're rendering a service. For example, Peace David, now you started marketing for a particular firm, right? And you've taken them from point A to point B. Now you're now trying to communicate value of why they need further marketing. You're telling them you only did the preliminary stages and you only did A and B. If you do C and D for them, you can take them to A to Z properly. So you warm your cold calls, you follow up. It doesn't necessarily convert to what do I call it? To sales at that point in time. But you stay in the faces. Do you know this statement? Out of sight is out of mind. It's very important in sales. Very, very, very important in sales. If you're not constantly in the faces of your clients that you've closed their sale effectively, get me right. If you've communicated value, you've been able to touch their pain points, and you stay in their faces, you can sell any other thing. I have a particular client, yes, that I was able to sell. Let's say I sold biscuit to that person. Till now, I've been able to sell house, car, phone, everything. There's one particular person that, in fact, if they need any problem in this life, is Demola. That's the first person they want to call because they just feel like I get them, I understand what the pain point is, I will do that. I will get it done. As a salesperson, you are the go-to person on your product. Why should I pick you? Like, please, why should I pick you to do my marketing for my brand over another person? Why should I pick you to handle my page? Why should I pick you to communicate value effectively? Do you understand? So you must always know how to put your unique value proposition out there first. It is your value first before any other thing in sales. So it's questions, right? They communicate value and all of that. Now, I think I already explained what this solution selling is. You're selling, you're identifying their problem, you're trying to solve a problem for them. Consultative, you are not necessarily selling anything, but you're their go-to person to, oh, I think I want to travel to US. Say you have a travel company, I want to travel to the US. Oh, why go to the US when you can get a Schengen visa, blah 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 blah, and you can choose. Do you understand? Like you can go to 5 different countries, 2 trains, instead of just spending one ticket and going to the US completely. Oh, you want to go to Disneyland. Oh, okay, then you understand that Disneyland is the destination. You understand that's their final destination. You begin to ask more questions. Oh, why Disneyland? Oh, it has been a family long dream. Oh, then you begin to craft other services you can sell along Disneyland. Okay, how about you this and this and that and that? I mean, I don't necessarily want to go in because time is fast spent. I really spent a lot of time doing storytelling because the whole idea of sales is questions. Yes. So inbound sales, I think I explained all of this. Okay, so now let's briefly run through customer acquisition. Customer acquisition is just marketing, right? Creating awareness of your products, right? And getting the perfect fit, which you can convert into sales. What is written on my slide here is, sorry, can you signify, can everybody hear me? So it won't be like it's been a monologue all along.
We are hearing you, sir.
Okay, thank you so much. So customer acquisition is the process of bringing new customers or clients to your business. It involves strategies and tactics to attract customers, convert them. Should I tell you one big shocker? How customer acquisition is very funny. And in relation to sales, if you guys go to Ogamoto page right now on IG, you see that it has not been active for the past 2 years, if I'm not wrong. And if I tell you, please don't get me wrong, I'm not advising this. It is very wrong. If I tell you in my 8 years of doing business as a car dealer and selling that amount of cars, I have only done paid ads once my whole life. And that was the first month when I started business. Paid ads, yes, paid ads. I'm not even active on social media. But the way I sell is crazy because I am selling my personality rather than this thing. I need to make you understand that in sales, I wrote something here. Where is it? Your courage, the way you carry yourself, your confidence, your eye contact, how you articulate your words, and how you speak is a real definition of how you sell. Now I need you guys to write something down when it comes to sales and selling with people. Just a minute. I'm trying to load where I kept. Yes. As a salesperson, yeah, you reap the dividends of your relationship, your integrity, your competencies, and your influence. Yes, it's very, very, very important. As a salesperson, you reap the dividends of your what did I say again? Your relationships, your competencies, and your influence, your integrity too. So you must have a very good personal brand. I need to make you guys understand that this current dispensation that we are, 10 years ago, you didn't necessarily need to have a personal brand to sell your business. That is why I made sure I could ask people to sell themselves. You don't need to have a personal brand to sell your business. You see, you think, why does Tony Elumelu suddenly start doing reels of him in the gym? I mean, with all the money he has, with all the poise and everything, why is he beginning to use reels? Why is he using trendy sounds? If Rema should drop a song today, Tony Elumelu is creating a video tomorrow with that song. If you check, even Elon Musk, why is Elon Musk himself engaging people on Twitter? If you check, Elon Musk has more followers, more than Tesla itself. I'm sure you guys are probably seeing this on all these Instagram pages. So personal branding is very important. Your customer acquisition has to come from you first, and that is what we sell, and that is what your customers will buy. People will buy integrity, right? They will only click on your ads, and when they come to your page, the only thing that will start the conversations that will give you leads and a potential prospect is the integrity you put out there. So you need to have a very good personal brand. It is extremely important. Jesus Christ. It is very, very important. Like I said, I've not done any paid ad. It's not a very good thing to do. I mean, I'm working on all of that right now. Yes. And you will see it. And by the time I'm putting out the results that we've accumulated over the years, I'll probably move from point A to point B in a shorter time than someone that does not have the integrity and the technical know-how of how this thing works. Because I can easily infuse it into my personal brand. I have almost 90% of the cars I have sold are all from referrals. And why have I been able to do that? Because I address people's problems. I solve people's problems. What do? I sell myself properly. I give the right integrity. I give um I have the right conversations. I want my cold calls consistently. I call, oh, okay, sir. Oh, sometimes a client won't come till next 2 years. Why is it that a client that contacted me 3 years ago can contact me 3 years later? Why? Because I just made them feel at home. So your customer acquisition, first of all, in this current dispensation, before we even go into strategies and all of that, is from you. I need you guys to understand that your person is who sells your product or your service. So I'm admonishing anybody here now to be a great salesperson, even as a founder or whatever. If you don't have a personal brand, I don't like social media. What people say about me? Laugh. It's not very demure. If that's, I think that's what everybody said. It's not very demure, and you will not make any sale. You will not make any sale. Yes, because you will not be able to communicate value very well right now. There are so many scams online. This is the internet now. There are so many scams online. There's a whole lot of bullshit going on online. And if you cannot come out and stand out and people can see that, yes, this is who I want to do business with. The Kenix gadget store. I've never seen the guy before. I don't even know what it looks like. I've never come across Kenix before. But because I went to the page and I saw a good brand, I saw the kind of people he has associated himself with. Even though he was telling me something of 290K, I can get for 45K. Everybody, you feel comfortable, like, okay, let me just get it. Mind me, I did not get it. I only just pointed out as a case study. Do you understand? Because his personal brand sold him out, then his product came afterwards. I'll go to the page. Okay, I can see him with Sexy Still. I can see him with other influencers and all of that. Okay, then this is a great fit. You can the crypto giants I said I'm working with, consulting with currently. When I got in with them, they had no particular personal, any brand. I got Shank Comics, Ola of Lagos, that's the photographer, to work on this brand with me in a month. And the results afterwards have been crazy. After these guys left, what do we begin to communicate in that point? Value. After they left, they're no longer influencing for us anymore. I can tell you for a fact, we've been able to scale up more. The revenue has been consistent, it has been going up higher without having influence. Why? We've crafted a brand. We've crafted a brand out of what these influencers give us, and now we've communicated value. Now people cannot leave the value because they love it. So branding first before value. So give yourself a good brand. Please, it is no longer cruise. This is 2024. My whatever I post on my status does not define who I am. It defines who you are. Yes. Whatever I put on my Instagram and this and that does not define. Yes, it does. It clearly does. Because everybody is watching. Everybody is watching. I can save up a couple of you's number from here, and I will only probably purchase with a few of you, or um do any service with any of you. Why? Because I see what you're doing. I see how structured you are. I see the systems you've put in place. I see how you are going about your brand. Okay, I think this person is reputable enough. Let me do business with you. Then you now you now outperform. Sweet. Great. Now, this is one tip that I wrote down. Please, I need you guys to understand this thing. When you're doing your sales and you're trying to connect, always under promise and over deliver. Don't over promise, increase the expectations too high, then you under deliver. Under promise, keep it cool. Don't sound desperate. You know the value you have with you, then you over deliver. Don't tell people, oh, I will get you the car that is the cleanest car. Oh, I think we might not be sure, but we can try and get something around this range. Then when you now finally do your due diligence and you do something like, bro, you said it. Then when you over deliver, they don't have a problem paying the money's worth. Pricing is no longer a problem. Urgency is no longer a problem. In fact, urgency is the problem there. They want to quickly get it because you have over delivered. So yes, please put that in mind as you work on sales. Um, so yes, back to my slides. Customer acquisition funnel is the awareness, whatever ad you put online, then interest, they tap on your ad or whatever, then they consider your product compared to other competitors. That's where your personal brand comes in. Okay, this person looks like is much more reliable. His face is out there. I know who I can hold responsible if I do this product. Say for example, Blessing as a product designer now. Oh, I feel like she puts her work out there enough. Fine, and I can see she has a very reputable brand. Okay, I think I can hold her responsible. I can say associated with certain communities, certain brands, certain collaborations, all of that. I think I can do this. Intent, they demonstrate an intent to purchase. Then when they demonstrate that intent, you've gotten your lead, you've gotten your prospects, then your salesy part, that's you being a salesperson, knowing their pain points and all of that comes into play. You close the sale, they purchase, they complete the transaction. Then loyalty, they return for repeat purchases and potentially advocate for your brand. Referrals, because why? You've been able to communicate sales properly. I mean, your value properly, you've over delivered, and they stay loyal to your brand. You warm your cold calls. There are different types of marketing. There's the online marketing, which is very dominant now. Content marketing, blogging, ebooks, white paper, video content, talking. Now, it is very important right now as a salesperson on your marketing to involve and include community. Everybody right now in this dispensation wants to be associated with something. Yes. Say for Peace David now, is marketing this thing. It creates a tribe name for everybody he has done. It will say, oh, these are the 1% of the 1% smart business owners that have done marketing with us. Just that one statement feels, man, yeah, I'm part of the 1% of the 1%. I mean, this guy sees me as exclusive, right? You create not necessarily a community, and you keep serving them good content, and you put it out there. Oh, this is what and what my people are enjoying. Everybody wants to be part of a community. Oh, almost some people are enjoying. Even you, yeah, yes, fact. You want to have the sense of feeling of belonging to something. So you must always create that notion when you are putting your brand out there, when you're marketing your brand. Make them feel like there's something exclusive they are missing out on. Create FOMO, the fear of missing out. Do you understand? And when you are doing all of that, put it effectively in your content creation, especially in this current dispensation that we are. Search engine optimization, optimizing website content, all of that. Of these things are just theoretical. I'm telling you, in the real world, you will not even know the meaning of SEO. Tell you for a fact. Yes, social media marketing, pay per click, all these things work when you have much more structure. But as founders, I'm telling you, go the salesy way, go the personal branding way. Unless when you have a lot of money and you can put a lot of systems and structures in place, most of these theoretical things here do not necessarily apply to you now. I'm not nullifying the effectiveness of this. I have structure and I have most of all these things working for me. But if you are just starting your business from the little corner of your room, don't go after setting all this. Don't go and pay for any email marketing thing that is collecting about. I think the one we're using is about 150 something K. You're not gonna be doing email marketing to just your 10 clients. You're just wasting money. Okay. Focus on personal branding, focus on proper value communication, right? And just proper content. The little things I've spoken about, if you can put it all together, a whole lot of these things here, not for now. Referral and affiliate marketing. Yes, create a lot of referral programs. Once you can communicate your brand properly, you have one client that can tell two people, three people, great. Influencer marketing. These influencers are very expensive. You can start with micro influencers on TikTok, I mean, TikTok is a very big tool now. Or you can be your own micro influencer. Personal branding. Start talking about it. Set up your cameras and lights. Start giving education, free education. You don't need to necessarily hoard the information. You know, let me tell you guys something. My mentor will say something. Would you prefer to have 50% of something rather than have 100% of nothing? Would you rather prefer to have 50% of something rather 100% of nothing? This is where we come into collaboration. Collaborate with smaller brands that are in the same space as you. Oh, you find somebody that does handmade bags, you do handmade shoes. Instead of saying, this person can go and steal my ideas. Okay, yes, they can steal your ideas. Fine. I need you to understand one thing, that that idea you have, you're not the only one that has it. I don't know if you know Nola Detola. That is the CEO of Veritasi Homes. I was reading up on him about 2 years ago, and he mentioned something to me. Then he used to make shoes. And he said there was this particular day he was feeling so, energized and creative. He designed a shoe and was like, this will be so good. Like, personally, from start to finish, there's this other design. There is no way this other design has come out anywhere. If he puts this shoe out there, people are going to love it. He said it didn't take 30 minutes and he logged into Instagram and he saw the exact same thing he designed on somebody's page up for sale. Can you just imagine? That's just the absolute truth. That idea you get, you think you have, God gave like 999 people. It's a person that acts on it and begins to take action. Yes, that begins to make sales. And that's the person that people will be associated with. So, like I said, the influencer marketing is very important. These guys are very, very, very expensive. Very, very. I'm telling you for a fact, I've worked with a couple of them. It's only right for you to influence your market yourself. Why? By being a good personal brand person. Don't think your idea is so great that no other person has it. Partner with people, collaborate with other businesses in your line, create something, craft something together. There was this particular lady I did something for then. She was into shoes. She partnered with somebody that had bags, and they did a beautiful branding thing together. And this girl has made shit ton of money. And I even did this on personal terms. Then it was not even business. I was just growing my own idea as a sorry. Yeah. Olufemi, are you trying to say something? Okay. I was just trying to grow my whole idea as a consultant and all of that. And you just that partnering is very, very important. Work with affiliates who promote your products for a commission, create something exclusive to everybody. If you're working with an influencer, for example, you can, create, you see, okay, let me give for example, you see OneXBet and all these companies that do ads with these guys. Why do they always have codes that are special to them? Why? Because it's like an affiliate marketing kind of thing. They get commission off um whatever links people, I mean whatever product or service is rendered to them via their link or their codes. So it's a way of collaboration and it's a way of affiliate marketing too. So look into all of these things. They are very, very important in the long run. But like I said, as a business person first, sales is the single most important thing. If you cannot close a sale, that product that you think you have, that's the end. It will die faster than you even thought. That's why me, without even putting so much marketing out there or doing a whole lot of things, I'm still very, very profitable. I can run my businesses, I can expand my business, I can invest, I can do everything because the sales would never stop. The sales will never stop. I had to transition from selling only cars to rendering car services, maintenance services, set up a workshop. Oh, okay, after we buy your car for you, after 3 months, you can come in for a service. We would walk you through the process. Why do they still feel confident? Because I was one that bought the car. I created a channel of making sure I keep making sales. Once I maintain the car for you, you come, oh, I don't like the color of my car. Okay, we can paint the car for you. Oh, yeah, bring it back again. Just one client, though, and I will make as much money from one client. It is not taking advantage of anybody. You're not an opportunist. You are just a salesperson, and you know how to keep your contacts in close shape. I'll take, for example, again, like I said, the one person I'm seeing up here is Pete David. That's why I keep mentioning him. You're marketing this thing. After you've done marketing from them, maybe you can branch out and say, oh, we now consult legal services too. Or maybe after we have done this thing, there are some bodies that might come after you. Okay, maybe we should get so and so documents for you. Once you're done with that, oh, you want to acquire a new space, you consult. This is where collaboration comes in. Consult with a friend of yours that does real estate. Oh, I need a particular two-bedroom space for an office space for my clients. You went from being a marketer to being somebody that is closing real estate. It's a channel, but you stay productive because you've made cash flow very steady. Um, Measuring customer acquisition, total cost of acquiring a new customer. These things are very, very direct. The definitions are there. I think this slide is going to be provided, or you could have been taking. I could go back all the way if you want me, so you can take screenshots of these things just in case. I don't know if facilitators allow that. Facilitators, are you there? Okay, yes. You can take screenshots. These things are very, very, yeah, these are useful theories. These things are theories. All I've been explaining to you from beginning to the end is what you need in real life. Please understand. If you know how passionate I am about sales, you will know how this is very important to me. Um, um, effective customer acquisition strategies. Identify your target audience, optimize your website, leverage data and analytics. You get data from questions you ask from them, offer incentives, not necessarily incentives, you can say complimentary stuff. Yeah, utilize content marketing, your personal branding, engage your customers on social media, follow them back, go and be liking their posts. When they upload picture, when they see trendy like my post, okay, these people good. Implement email marketing campaigns. Like I said, these things are, they are free ones and they are paid ones. You can look into it, right? Stay top of mind. Out of sight is out of mind. Thank you. I've come to the end of my assessment. I know definitely there are a couple questions that a lot of people have for me, and I think we still have reasonable time. I think we still have reasonable time. Uh, let's get questions. If you have a question, please just raise up your hand. It doesn't even have to be anything I have spoken about. Your questions doesn't have to be anything I've spoken about. It can be something um you even have as a problem. I'm ready to walk you through the process right now. We'll get your sales problem solved right now. So yes, raise your hand if you have questions. I'm right here for you.
I have a question.
Okay.
Okay. So my question is, when you're selling yourself, do you need to ask questions, or when you're selling a product, do you need to ask strategic questions to your potential client, or you
Okay.
ask questions when you're selling the product?
When you're selling your product or service, you're solving a pain point. When you're selling yourself, you're communicating value. Did you get what I said?
Yes, I did.
When when you're selling yourself, you're communicating value. When you're selling a product, you are solving a problem. So you're trying to understand their pain points and trying to look at, oh, this is what I can do. Then you now communicate value. Do you understand? So, for example, I think that was blessing, right? You you said, now let me sell yourself to you right now. I think you don't ask the question, right?
Yes, I am.
Okay. You said you're a product, this thing, and you bring ideas to life. I am Blessing Patrick, and I bring ideas to life. I bet you have so many ideas in your head. I made a lot of ideas go to the grave without being fully accomplished. Do you know that I sell products? And you know the funniest thing? Every product or service needs an outer face. Then you start talking about real life things. Ever since COVID, every brand has been trying to go online and be more visible out there. I can come in as your product designer and help you come up with visible, eye enticing products. What am I communicating? Value. And at the same time, I'm sounding like I can solve a problem. Then at that point, you've gotten my attention, right? Then I'm not like, oh, I have this so business. How do you think we can go about it? Then your expertise now comes into play. Oh, I have worked for this so brands, or do you know this brand? I think we can create something along the lines of this brand. I don't even need to know your village. I don't need to know how old you are. I don't need to know the phone you're using. But I've already listened to the value you can give me, because you're making me understand that whatever space I'm working in, even if it is the fish woman, you can create compelling storytelling through visual representation maybe a website or an app, right? That I can pay for. So you're selling yourself that way. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yes, I do. Thank you.
Do you have any other further questions?
Not for now. Thank you.
So when you're selling yourself, you're selling value. When you're selling your product, you are solving a problem, but you must first ask the right questions. Do you understand? But like I said, 15 seconds time frame is about you knowing your quick phrase. Like I said, the Olushola time scenario there. I just asked him what did I need to first catch his attention. I cannot just go, oh, you're selling a product, I can sell to 20 people. Yes, to catch his attention. But playing the right game, playing the emotional game to just bring him down from his high and like bring him down, like talk to me. Oh, your product, I really want to get it and I want to pay for it now. How about you sell it to me? I was like, who is this guy? Like, okay, then he sold his product to me like 30 seconds. I think it's going to be right for you. Blah 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 blah. I was like, oh, okay. I said, oh, great. I want to pay for it now. Then immediately he gave me his PA's number. Then the PA was like, okay, we'll call you. I said, oh, I think I can sell the product to 20 people. Like, oh, are you serious? How do you want to do that? Then I started explaining. It was like, you know what? I'm going out of Lagos for the next 2 weeks. I'll be back in Lagos in a week's time. Let's see. You come over to my place or we'll find somewhere to meet. All I did was communicate value and I solved the problem. Very simple. Very, very simple. So, Peace, you have a question for me? Let's go.
All
Peace,
right. Thank you so
Isaiah,
very much.
David. Okay.
Yeah, can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, I think
Can you
you're
hear
on
me?
AirPods
Oh,
again,
all right.
but I'm with you.
All right, let me disconnect that.
All right. So I think all right. Thank you so very much, Mr. Demola. So my question
Yes,
is
sir.
regarding customer satisfaction, customer feedback. So I love the point you raised
Okay.
regarding we always on that it's better to always under promise than we now over deliver. Like I actually love that.
Yes.
So in the aspect of customer feedback, when a customer gives like a very negative feedback, how do we
Mhm.
how do we make that right? Do you understand? Like
You have to
in
be
the aspect of
empathic.
okay
I'm listening to
regarding
you.
a negative
Yes.
feedback, yeah. That's just my question.
y-
Like, is it
Yes.
possible to make a negative feedback, getting to rectify and making it right again, and still
Yeah.
retaining that customer?
Very absolutely. I have faced this so many times. So many times. I think it's even more rampant in my type of business. Okay, so see for example, you I've done my due diligence. I'll go and take my scanners, I'll scan the car for you, I'll do this, I've done the car is in great condition. And after a week, the person takes the car, like the car has developed a problem that I did not find out. I thought I over delivered, I thought I had satisfied the customer, and the customer is fuming. How would I pay 20 something million naira for a car and this, that? Oh, okay. Oh wow. Oh, we take them through the process again. That's the first thing. It's still a pain point. You cannot neglect your customer. For no reason should you neglect your customer. For no reason should you neglect your customer. Now, you first try and understand, oh, how did this happen? Oh, I'm sorry. If the problem is from your side, acknowledge it immediately. Oh, I think I did not do this. Immediately, you begin to create plans on how to satisfy that customer, because from one successful customer can come five other successful customers. You need to know business does not stop at the first sale. It is very important. Business does not stop at the first sale. Like I mentioned, the guy that I said I bought 35 cars for in 2020. What did I mention? In 2019, when he came all the way from Lagos, the car he was expecting was not what he met. But because of how I was walking him through the process, he went to lodge in a hotel nearby. The next morning, we tried and tried and tried. The car did not still come on. He went to buy the car somewhere else. That is a very terrible thing. I wasted his time. I wasted his money. But because I was able to touch his pain points, he was able to, okay, fine, no problem. Probably this one just went this way. I acknowledged my faults immediately. I paid for his transportation back to Ibadan. Yes, I did that. from what I did not have. Customer satisfaction is very important. Customer is king. Customers are king. Immediately, I continued warming my cold calls, stay in their faces, right? Now, imagine if it was a situation whereby he bought the car from me and the car started developing issues on the road. My brother, I will look for a mechanic that will make sure that car gets back to this state. Or I look for a way I can sell that car back immediately and refund him his money and tell him, yes, there have been cases like that. Yes, I'm telling you for a fact. I've gotten cars for people after a month, they don't like the car. Okay, you know what? Bring the car back. I will give you another car. Always rectify the problem. The moment you can keep that customer close and they see that sense of responsibility and you keep your integrity, you will close the next sale. Do you get that piece? So it is very
Yes, sir.
important,
Yes,
very, very
I get that.
important to know that you must always walk your customers through. Yes, you don't always have to see, not every sale has to be profitable. You close some sales because you want the next sale and the kind of influence that sale will bring to you. Not every sale has to be profitable. I can tell you that for a fact. You close some sales for networking sake. I run car hiring services to a particular brand, and the first time I did that car hiring service for this particular brand, very top brand in Nigeria, very very top brand, they paid about millions of naira into my car for a Mercedes Sprinter bus usage for 10 days. Some expatriates came into Nigeria. The last 2 days, the car broke down and they could not get to where they were going to. I had to go and pay a partner higher, way higher than what I was charging just to make sure I complete that sale. I can tell you since then till today, they've been taking those Mercedes Sprinter buses every single month at the same price. Meaning I've been making sales continuously with these people just because I could tackle that problem. This problem, we must see it to the end. I could have really said, there's nothing I can do. The car developed for developed fault with this. But no, I had to lose money to keep the relationship, to keep the what do I call it? To keep the network close. And in turn, the sales did not stop. It never stopped. Even up until I can show you the invoice, up until last 2 weeks, they rendered a bus again for another 5 days. If I tell you the figures, the 5 days was about 4.5 million naira. Yes. And all was because I had to just sacrifice an extra 400k then. I could have decided to be greedy and kept the money like, well, they will find a way around the thing themselves. Or I'll say, no, you push your wait, let me try and fix the car. No, not try and fix the car. Try and make sure they are comfortable. What I promised was what I delivered. Immediately I called Lafa. You know what? Okay, they were low for oh yeah, no worry, no worry, I go run out for you. But you will pay this social amount. Oh yeah, I paid this social amount. We brought the car immediately and took the clients to where they were going to. No problem, no hassles. All I needed to apologize for was a 30 minutes delay. And that was it. The network has continued since then. Excellent customer service is always very important. So sales, apart from closing the sale, there's a part of keeping the customers, customer service, customer satisfaction. Solve the problem. Always solve the problem. And I can tell you that person that referred me to that company, the businesses we've done outside just the car sprinter buses is insane. Insane figures. Like figures that sometimes I wake up in the morning, they send the money to my account. They're like, go and do it. Yes, I've woken up to a 30 million account from this same particular person just because I sacrificed 300k. Yes, 30 million naira allowed, like, go and get this done. I know you will get it done because I kept my integrity in check, my loyalty was in check, customer satisfaction in check. So does that solve the problem, Mr. Peace?
Yes,
Not every sale
100%,
has to be
sir.
profitable.
Thank you so much.
Yes, I think we have Olive. Sorry, I want us to attend to Salawu Emiola. Then Salawu Eniola, are you there? Okay, if she's not there, let's move to Ayodele Tunji. I think that's the name. Yes. Okay. Your microphone is low, but I think I'll manage to hear you.
My microphone is low. Can you hear me now?
Ah, I don't know. Am I the one that is tripping?
We can't hear you, Ayodele.
Okay, I can hear you now. I think I can hear you now.
Okay, thank you very much. Good afternoon, sir.
I can't really hear you. No, I don't think it's only me at this point. But try.
Can you hear me, sir?
I'll manage. I can hear you.
Because we're very down. I'll very sorry about that. If I don't know if you've mentioned that in the course of the class. As a start. Hello, sir. Are you there?
Okay, I don't
Hello,
know.
are you there?
Can everybody hear me? So I'm sure it's not my microphone.
We can hear you.
Yes,
I think Ayodele is the
voice not.
Ayodele. Yeah. Okay, Ayodele. You know what I can do for you? If you can try, and maybe disconnect and connect back, then see if you can ask your question again, or if you can just type it, I would make do of that because it's really difficult hearing, and I will not be able to communicate your answer to you properly. Yes. All right. So, Salahu, your hand is still up, Eniola. Are you there now to ask your question? Okay. I think she's not yet. Any other questions? Okay, I think there's a question by the host themselves.
Oh,
Hey, they want to finish me.
we have no question. So if Salah will please unmute. I think we can also take Olive's question if there's no other person.
Yes, Olive. Yes, I apologize, Olive. I really do apologize. I really wanted to give people that have not spoken before a chance.
All right. Thank you so much. Actually, my question is, first of all, I would love to appreciate you because I've learned a lot. Before I do online stuff, like I have a group that I do send my what I do to them on daily basis. But at a point, I just had to stop. I don't know why I stopped. I had YouTube channel and all of that. Everything. I just got tired of everything and stopped. So now, what I'm trying to say now is, because of the environment I find myself, I've lost my accent. I don't even know how to speak right anymore. You get what I'm saying? So now in this situation, what can I do? Because I'm really tired. I want to have that's my life back. The situation with the right
Is
accent,
this my network?
intonation, and all of that. So you get, I don't know. I'm just tired.
Okay. So first and foremost, I think this is more of a personal question, but I think I can propose solutions. Um, you see, this
Yeah.
before you got into all of that, I believe there was a driving force, right? There was a spark, there was something that propelled you to do
Yeah.
that, right? And if you do not have measurable success, you're just going to keep doing things continuously. You need to have measurable success. You need to know that you quantify your success. Like, I'm sorry, I'm trying to give the perfect scenario in your case. Okay, you open a YouTube channel, you talk. Your measurable success is give yourself five. Make sure you post 5 times a week, regardless of the
Okay.
followership or the um response from people. Give yourself that goof and sense of relief that you are doing the right thing, regardless of the results you're seeing. You need to show up every day. That statement is something everybody's using now. Show up every day, regardless. I do things. See, I need you to. Okay, let me. Should I make you understand something?
Yes,
If
sir.
with this, if this course, sorry, everybody should actually listen to this. If this course was a physical thing, right, and you do not know who I was, you didn't know I was the Demola Pajama that was coming to speak, then the door is in front of the hall. Immediately I walk in, immediately people look at me, the way I dress, everything, you create a perception of me in your head. Isn't that true?
Mm.
right? You create a
Yes.
perception of me in my head, but it is now my own problem to create a perception I want you to have in your own head by myself. So you don't necessarily need to be bothered about what people are saying, if people are engaging. Feel good about yourself. Feel good about what you are doing first. You need to be appreciative of what you are doing. That is the only time you can effectively do anything. Post measurable success. You want to post 5 times a week, make sure you do 5 times a week. Nobody is engaging your post. Continue. It doesn't necessarily need to make sense at the end of the day. Okay, I want to give you guys a quick story. So you see that 2020 when I said I did 35 tasks to one person, I did businesses. What I mean, my cousins and I, we had a conglomerate of different businesses worth over $2 million as of 2020, and we lost all that money to scammers. I lost a whole lot of money. I was in debt. I had a whole lot of debt to pay and all of that. And I can tell you, in 2 years, I paid all of my debts. Why? My cousins, some of them ran away, some of them are no longer in Nigeria. Some of my partners, about two of them committed suicide. I mean, $2 million is a lot of money. I didn't say 2 million naira. But I told myself at that point in time, the same people that trusted me to do business with me today and gave me money are the same people that will buy my business when I want to do something great. I didn't necessarily need to pay them all their money, right? But I did pay them. And that created a sense of responsibility and integrity in me. Now I'm doing business with a free mind, and I've been able to create more strategies to make more cash flow for myself. So I want what am I trying to pull out of this? That this moment that you're in right now, that you feel like this is your lowest low, you can't find yourself, you can't find your tone. I think this is the actual time for you to make yourself feel good for yourself. Do you understand what I'm saying? This is the time for you to make yourself feel good. If it means sitting down, going to YouTube, YouTube is the most important app on any phone you need. I'm even telling you, YouTube is way better than ChatGPT. If it, co- I bet it's relative. It's relative. I mean, ChatGPT can do a lot of things for you, but what you can learn from YouTube from real life situations are crazy. If it goes to going to watch TEDx videos, how you to work on your tone to get your voice back, how to do all of that. Sorry, everybody, this question is taking us out of the scope of the conversation. I just really want to tackle this because it can be very helpful, maybe to someone that has not even spoken up. So you need to get your tone, you need to get your life back on track. Take up that YouTube video, start again, just for you, not for any other person. Do it because you need to feel good. Because at the end of the day, only you matters. I need to make you understand that nobody is coming to save you. Nobody is coming to save you. Yes, you're only going to save yourself. Nobody's going to handle your business for you. Nobody is going to handle your YouTube for you. Nobody's going to handle your page for you. So the more you keep wallowing in, I can't find it. I can't do this. You're only detrimental to your own growth and your mental health. So I admonish you, Olive, find yourself. This your low is what can actually propel you because it's from this your low you can survive. That's where you can spread your wings and create something for yourself that is worthwhile. So I hope that answered your question.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Yes, blessing. I think there's someone in the chat box. Where's the chat box again? Okay. All right. So I need to quickly attend to Adetunji's question. He said, I don't know if you have discussed in the course of this class, as a startup, how can one trust considering the number of people doing what you do and what you intend to do? So, like I said earlier, um, just like Nola Adetola, he thought he had the best idea that nobody had done before, but to his greatest surprise, he saw the exact same design online. Now, what does that tell you? Like I said, the same idea God gave you, God has given it to many other people. And it's either you take action or not. Now, your unique value proposition has to come from you. Like I said, it is market first, not the product. Market first. You need to find the market before you create a product so that your product has a particular market fit. Then you now start fighting for the market share. We have the market chasers, we have the market leaders, we have the market coming. What is it? What is it? Market chasers, market leaders. I think those in the micro markets. Sorry, I'm just trying to remember my MBA terms and all those things. So, pardon me. So, what you need to do is two things. Start off regardless. You know your unique value proposition. Collaborate. I mentioned that before. Partner with people. Now, how do you deal with trust? Charity begins at home. Yes, charity begins at home. Look for people in your close niche that you have certain conversations with. Yes, very important. Have written agreements. Have written agreements. Talk with them. Oh, what is the sharing formula for all of this? It is very important. Everybody's trying to scam everybody right now. So partner correctly, right? Start off regardless. If you don't kick off that idea in your head because of people that are in the market before you want to do, or people are intending to do what you want to do, you have to start. Delayed gratification is very important in all of this as a startup founder. I can tell you, I've been in this game 8 years now, and I can say it's in the last 3 years I just really started enjoying the dividends of all the hustles I made. I can tell you for a fact, though, I can beat my chest to it. If every car dealer is telling you a car is 9 million naira, I can show you that same car for 8 million naira. Why? I have walked the walk. I have done a lot of collaborations. I have worked with a lot of people. I have done a lot of free stuff to get to where I am today. So when everybody is showing you a car for 9 million, I can sell that car to you for 8.5, and I've still made my profit, and I maintained a low price. I didn't get here today. It took me 8 years to get here. So I'll stay profitable. I'll still give the low price. More like I'm under promising, but I'm over delivering. Like, my budget was 9 million and you can get me the same service for 8.5. Why? Because I've done the work a long time ago. So yes, that is that. I don't know if that answers your question. Olatunji, you can do a thumbs up or you can just send me further question. Blessing Patrick, another question: how can you get noticed when you offer a service and social media is not giving you the desired response? Are there other ways you can put yourself out there to attract potential customers? So I mentioned initially that you need to create a community. Community is very important going on forward. You can sell 50 products to the same community over time. Yes. How about you sell 50 products to 100 people, then that rather than trying to sell one product to 100 people? Think about the possibilities. You sell 50 products to 100 people. How many products are you going to sell in total? That's 500. Then trying to sell one product to 100 people. That's only 100. So try and build a community, right? Try and find people, collaborate with people in your same space. Do you understand? So if there are more questions, kindly pop it up in the group chat. Try and collaborate with people in your same space. Do you understand? That do the same thing. Collaboration is very important. Like I said, it's better to have 50% of something than 100% of nothing that will die in no time. Now, if we say social media is not enabling, one thing I think you need to do is check your value proposition. Are you actually communicating a whole lot of value? What is making you stand out? Everybody is different. Is it your approach to your designs? Then, very importantly, you need to, yes, I wanted to mention this all along. Niche creation. Niche creation as a startup is very important. Niche creation. So, like I said, there's the market first before the product. You need to understand your product that you are creating. As a product designer, for example, Blessing, you can say you're currently just chasing, maybe not fintechs. Maybe you can look at microfinance banks that are trying to transition. Write a very good pitch, speak with a consultant, write a very good pitch, start with one microfinance bank, do it well, and publicize it, romanticize your work. Put it out there that I've done this with a microfinance bank. From there, you go to another microfinance bank, to 3, to 4. You've created a niche for yourself in that same market. It doesn't necessarily have to be product developer for everybody. I'm not undermining your fact that you cannot work for a fintech or for an agricultural firm or anything. Create a niche for yourself that you can exceptionally deliver there. You can under promise and over deliver in that place. Once they call you for microfinance banks, so you know the problems they have. You've worked in that problem over time. Create a niche for yourself, because if you cannot do everything. And most times, yes, it's good for you guys to know that some people are hustlers, some people are entrepreneurs. Hustlers, right, just want to scramble on anything to make money, even if it's in the same line. Entrepreneur would look for one same problem and know that it's going to solve that. No matter how terrible it is, that niche is going to succeed in that niche. So it's going to do everything to develop in that space that it becomes a force in that space so bad, and it becomes unstoppable. Then you create your market for yourself. Then you become so good in that part. Then you now start seeing that there are more people with that problem. Then you start solving more problems. Then you start making more money. It might take 3 years. It might take 5 years. But as a hustler, you want to do A and B. Let me just see money to eat. Let me just do this. Take care of your basic needs first. Very important. Create a niche for yourself in that same space. So you can go from social media to maybe you're putting out your content. You can go to education. Yes, start educating. Oh, yeah, front-end developers. Do you know that if you do this and this and this, you can get Canva? Your Canva can be, maybe you don't need to pay for premium if you use this and this, or you can use this tool to replace this tool on Canva, or take it to this website. From there, you start noticing one person, two persons are coming to your page because they are coming to get free education. You started creating a community for yourself. From the community, you can create a community of people that now start selling a particular product. Do you understand? So you need to branch out from the grand scheme of things first before you now start. Let me give yourself an example. Me, Demola. When I was at the start of this car business, everybody was selling cars online. Everybody was doing this and that and that. What did I create for myself? I said, okay, you know what? Maybe I don't want to be selling cars for people. I want to be buying cars for people first. Yes. Meaning, don't come to me and tell me, Demola, help me sell my car. As much as that thing can make me money, I said, let me buy cars for people instead. So I went to go and get car scanners. I'll check your car for you. You want to get a car. So everybody knew me as the go-to person. Like, if I want to get a good car, Demola is the one person that I will go to. When I now build that community of people that now buy cars from me continuously, for me to sell their cars did not become a problem because I didn't have to look for people that want to sell their cars. All they need to do is just call me. Then when I need to sell my car, immediately I already have another community of people that want to buy cars from me. So I can just take this car, fix it up, and sell to B. Do you get the idea now? So you need to branch out first from the grand scheme of things, right? Work on one particular niche first, create a community around it. Then you can now start selling different products to different people. You can even keep your cycle of sales in the same set of people. You're selling A's product to B person, B product to C person, and you're just in the middle of the whole thing and you're making a whole lot of money. So, Blessing, I hope that answers your question. Ayodele, I don't know if that answered your question too. Yes, is there any other question up here? I think we're still within the time frame, if I'm not wrong. Okay. All right. So let me just look at this question again, because I think I didn't really dwell on it a whole lot. Yeah, if you discuss in class, yes, as a startup, how can one trust considering? Yes, so trust. You see, you give your people employ people in banks without knowing people's families to handle millions of funds. In business, you need to know that your trust will be broken sometimes. Yes, you need to know that already from beginning. Your trust will be broken sometimes. The people you trust the most will be broken sometimes. But as long as you know what you are doing, you know where you're going to, stay connected to your truth. It will make sense eventually. It's never going to. Entrepreneurship is hard, guys. Hey, I think I mentioned that I've seen Shege. Yes, this same car business, I don't sleep police here before. They've called soldiers on my head before. Despite being a salesperson, despite knowing how to talk to clients properly, knowing their pain points. Yes, I'm telling you the fact. I'm being very honest with you here, and I'm being very vulnerable. Yes, it is never going to be rosy. So you must be ready to walk the walk properly. But as long as you keep your integrity in check, imagine the same person that took me to, I didn't sleep in police cell particularly, but it was a police case. And by the time we were done, it was all apologies and everything like, oh, I'm really sorry for this and that. That same person and I are still doing business till today. Yes, for a fact. Yes. So I'm being vulnerable here and I'm letting you know this in open terms. You have to be very, very transparent. Keep your integrity in check. Your personal brand is everything. I have not done any ad online before. Check my Instagram page. It is not even very active. Even my personal page. Oh, my voice is low. Wow. Wow. Is it better now, Binta? So as I was saying, I've not done any ad online. I just started posting on my personal brand, and people are just seeing me now, and I'm like, well, I've done the work. Oh. If I now start personal brand and start putting my experiences out there, it will be like I came from. Feel like where did this guy emerge from? But I have walked the walk. So yes, Falau Eniola, I don't know. Do you have a question? Your hands have been up for like 20 minutes now. So 25 people on this call and very few people have questions to ask. That's is it that I killed this session? Hey, God, I beg you. Any more questions? I think I'm scared for my life at this point. I don't talk rubbish. Everybody is laughing. That's okay. All right. In the light of no question, I think I would come to an end. So these are a few exercises. If you look at your screen for yourself, I need you guys to identify your ideal customers in terms of demographics, behavior, and needs, right? State why they are ideal customers for your product. List 3 strategies you use to acquire customers and why. Write a concise sales speech for your product. Identify the solutions and benefit of your product. Nevertheless, this is something I want you guys to do. I know everybody here is a startup founder. So if everybody has a piece of paper right now, if you can get a piece of paper and I'd like you guys to have, I think I mentioned it. So I need you guys to write 5 important goals to your business right now that you know that if these things were settled, your business will be great. Write 5 each right now. Is everybody following me? If you're actually doing this process, let me know. Okay, please, David wants to say something. I'm right here, brother.
Sir, your voice is actually low. I don't know. Maybe it's from my side.
I think it's from your
It's
side, though,
from your
because
side. We can hear him clearly.
It's from your side. I can
Loud
hear him
and
okay.
clearly.
clear. Loud and clear.
All right, please, David, I'm with you.
All right, Mr. Dima. I think that was. I think I actually raised my hand when you were asking if there are more questions and all of that.
Okay,
Anyways,
yes,
you
more
have not said
questions, more
anything bad.
questions.
So,
Yes, you can ask your
yeah.
question. You can ask your
All
question.
right, all right. So it's not a question per se, but I would like you to put more emphasis on. You mentioned during personal branding, our courage and confidence in the aspect of personal branding. So I would just like you to, if you can establish that very much in the aspect of courage and confidence.
Okay. Have you seen me? Okay, so since we've been talking, has my video been on?
So I would say,
Have you
Yes.
seen me? Since we've been talking, has my video been on? You can't see me, right?
We
Or you
cannot
can
see
hear me.
you.
Or you can hear my voice, my slide, and my experiences. But I believe Stanley, sir, can you mute yourself? I think there's an echo. Yeah, exactly. Uh-huh. And but I best believe that you perceive me in a particular sense. Am I right? Now, what does that mean? The way you portray yourself is all dependent on you. I will tell you for a fact. 2021, when I was going through it after I lost a lot of money, I deleted Instagram, I deleted Facebook, I deleted anything social media. The only thing I had on my phone was YouTube. And I spent every night going to watch TEDx videos, right? Alox.com, Clark Kegley, Ali Abdal, and all of that. All these things I mentioned, all these with your personal development. I joined Toastmasters Club. It works on learning how to speak in public, knowing how to articulate your words. I started reading more books. I never used to be a book reader. Because I never really liked reading books too, I will go to YouTube, watch a review on a particular book first. So when I'm reading the book, it makes sense to me. So you first have to improve yourself personally. As an entrepreneur, your personal branding comes from your self-improvement. You have to first improve. Learn how to speak to people properly, learn how to learn tone. Can you please tell people you listen to again? Okay. TEDx, alox.com on YouTube, alox.com, Clark Kegley, Ali Abdal, and one more person, Vusi Tembakwayo. I'm sure you guys probably know Vusi. Yes. I'll go over it again. TEDx videos, there are a lot of TEDx videos. Alox.com, Ali Abdal, Clark Kegley, and Vusi Tembakwayo. I mean, there are a whole lot more other people, but those are like major people. In fact, coming down to our people, a lot of Pastor Adeyemi, no, this pastor of Daystar, what's his name again? I'm missing up. Pastor, yeah, exactly. I can tell you one thing. Every single video on his YouTube page, I have watched everything on his YouTube page. Every single video on his YouTube page, I have watched everything. From leadership videos to yes. And it's not like I'm bored or anything. I use Instagram now. I use all these things. So don't even get me wrong. But you see that 2021 when I was low, I had to go and get myself back by myself. Nobody's coming to save me. I had to learn courage. I had to learn how to dress properly. I had to learn how to send text messages. Many people don't even know how to reply mails properly. In fact, you see in my bio, you can see worked at credit registry. Despite being an entrepreneur that was making a whole lot of money, I went to work in a structured environment. Yes, I did that by myself. I went in there to go and do an interview because I wanted to work in an environment where I know how to reply mails, where I know how to speak to subordinates, where I know how to work with workers, how to talk to my HR and all of that. I won staff of the year twice back to back. I was exceptional on delivering my work. I was exceptional in relationship with staff. Why? Just because I had developed myself. I meet a lot of people now, they're like, bro, you're so sound, you're this. I was not born like this. I did not learn this from my parents. Nobody sat me down. It is all personal development. So you have to take yourself very serious. First and foremost, you are you. Nobody is coming to save you. Yes, and that is what in turn will breed on the kind of opportunities you get. Me being here today, yes, having to talk to you guys is not necessarily because I've been the best salesperson. I can show you 900 people that have sold more cars than me in the last 7 years, but because of personal branding, knowing how to network properly, knowing how to hold conversations, I did. The founders of this program felt like, oh, this person is the right fit to come and talk on sales. Do you understand? So your courage and all of that has to come from you. Go to pages, read books, talk to people, join book clubs. Yes, I joined a book club. I joined so many clubs, so many communities just to develop myself. So yes, that is that on that. I don't know if you have any other question. So that's all. Okay then. If that is all, I think I said everybody should write down their goals. If you're able to write that, kindly put a thumbs up. Okay. Oh, if you're able to write down your 5 goals that are very important to you over the next 1 year, can you put a thumbs up or raise your hand or something? Okay. All right. Now I need you guys to circle out. Look at the 5 of them and circle out the one that you feel is most important to you. That if everything will work, finances will work, that is one thing that would solve the remaining problems. Circle out that one. If you've been able to do that, I introduce to you the one thing that can solve all your life problems. Yes, that one thing you circled out is exactly what will solve your problems. It might not make sense to you now, so you sit down with it and start thinking of actionable steps on how you can get it. Actionable steps on, oh, okay, maybe if I talk to this person, I can get this and that. So yes, that is that on that. Can you look at the exercises on the slide I'm currently projecting? You do all of that individually. I would be receiving applications. I will drop my mail with the founders, right? If you do send this in, I would like to see your sales pitch for your product, and I'll be picking my best 3 pitches from everybody's um, entrance, everybody that applies for it, and I would now possibly look into who I would want to, help on the sales journey to actually create something very good. Because, like I said, sales is the single most important thing. If you cannot close a sale, if you cannot do anything, your idea, your product, your branding, your logo, everything is a sham, complete sham. So yes, I think that brings me to the end of my session. Thank you guys so much for having me. I think it's more than a privilege. Please, to help my personal brand, you can check me up on Instagram. Let me type my Instagram name there for followership. I'm open to questioning. I also have a business consult. Yes, I have a business consult. It's Linkbree, and I help businesses, startups, and everything bring their ideas to life. We provide all possible business consultancy techniques to help your business grow from point A to B. That's my no, the founders are going to let you know my email address, but this is my Instagram page. You can connect with me on Instagram, on LinkedIn. If you want to follow my business pages, you can follow. That's my first Instagram page. And for the business consult, you might not even see anything on any of my Instagrams right now. Like I mentioned, that's because I'm coming, and you people are going to feel it when I come. All right. That being said, thank you so much for having me. I don't know if the founders will have something to say while I just go and sit back. It's been a whole lot of 2 hours of talking. Jesus Christ.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ademola, for that insightful and engaging session. I think one thing that stood for me is when you said, when you sell yourself, you are communicating value, and when you are selling products, you are solving a problem. Thank you so much. That is really valuable. And I believe everyone find it valuable as I did as well. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much. I can't even thank you enough. This is really, really a very insightful session, I must say. Thank you so much. So as we wrap up as well, I want to thank everyone that been an active participant. Your questions and contributions also make this session a interactive one. I must say kudos to you guys, and well done, and well done. He said he has dropped his social media handle in the chat box. You can as well reach out to him if you have any further questions for him. Probably when you are going through the slides again, it will be sent to the group, then you can reach out to him as well. Right. So I look forward to seeing everyone again, and we'll be dropping the link for the attendances in the chat box. So kindly go through it and then put in yourself as being present in this session. Right. So thank you so much again, Mr. Ademola. I know this will be the last time we'll be hearing from you. I'm sure of that. Right. So like I said earlier, his social media handles are
Yeah.
yeah.
So it's social media. You can he has dropped his handles on IG. For LinkedIn, all you need to do. So for LinkedIn, all you really need to do is it's his full name, Ademola Fajembola, and you find him on LinkedIn. So you can send him a connection request. And if you had questions you would have loved to ask, but you feel it's a bit personal, you can also send him that message on LinkedIn. This session was very insightful. My jotter is very full. In fact, me too, I'm learning. We're all here to learn. Thank you so much, Ademola. We'll not take too much of your time again. So at this junction, we'll just say, please enjoy the rest of your day.